Have you ever felt it? That prickling sensation on the back of your neck when you're alone in a house at night. The feeling that the silence isn't empty, but full of something waiting. It starts subtly, almost imperceptibly. A trick of the light. You tell yourself, the house settling, but then you notice it again. The way the hallway seems just a little bit longer, a little bit narrower than it was a moment ago. The familiar warm glow from the lamp at the far end seems to be losing its battle against an encroaching, unnatural cold. Your eyes strain in the dimness, and that's when you see them. Faint, almost invisible lines tracing the wallpaper, vibrating with a low, resonant hum that you feel more in your bones than you hear with your ears. It's like the house itself is breathing, slowly, deeply, inhaling the light, exhaling the dark. You dismiss it. It has to be your imagination, spurred on by too many late-night movies or that creepy story you read online. You try to shake it off, take a deep breath, and focus on the mundane. The creak of the floorboards under your feet, the distant hum of the refrigerator. Normal sounds, reassuring sounds. But the feeling persists. A cold knot tightening in your stomach. You find yourself walking closer to the wall, drawn by a morbid curiosity you can't explain. The air grows colder here, the vibrations more distinct. You hesitate, then press your ear against the cool, textured surface. At first, there's nothing, just the muted thrumming, but you wait, holding your breath, listening past the sound of your own frantic heartbeat, and then you hear it. It's not a voice, not exactly, it's a whisper, but made of something other than air and sound. It's the rustle of dry leaves on pavement, the faint scrape of sand against glass, the sigh of wind through a cracked window pane. It's a collection of near-silent noises that somehow form words in your mind. Ancient words, forgotten words, words that feel heavy and wrong. They don't speak to you, they speak through you, coiling around your thoughts, seeping into your memories. The texture of the wallpaper seems to shift under your ear. Faint ripples spreading out from where you're touching it, as if the wall itself is recoiling from your presence, or perhaps welcoming it. A fine, cinematic grain seems to coat your vision, as if you're no longer seeing the world with your own eyes, but through an old, forgotten film reel. The whisper grows, not in volume, but in presence. It's everywhere now, inside your head, behind your eyes. It's the only thing you can hear. You pull back, heart hammering against your ribs. A gasp escapes your lips, loud and sharp in the oppressive quiet. You stumble away from the wall, your back hitting the opposite one. The hallway, which seemed narrow before, now feels impossibly tight, the walls pressing in on you. You need to get out. You need light. You scramble towards the nearest room, fumbling for the light switch. Your fingers find it, and you flick it on. Nothing. You flick it again, and again. The darkness remains absolute. Panic begins to claw at your throat. You're trapped. Your eyes dart around the room, trying to make sense of the shapes lurking in the blackness. The shadows in the corners are no longer static. They're moving, slowly, sinuously. They stretch and converge towards the center of the room, flowing like thick, black ink. They're not just shadows, they are the absence of everything. A void that seems to absorb the very air. An oppressive weight settles over you, making it hard to breathe, hard to think. The darkness is alive, and it's hungry. There's no source for this creeping dread, no monster to see, no boogeyman hiding under the bed. The source is the house itself, the walls, the floors, the very foundation. It has been watching you, listening to you, and now, it's finally ready to speak. The whispers return, no longer faint, but a chorus of sibilant, overlapping voices swirling around you in the dark. They tell you stories of the families who lived here before, of their joys, their sorrows, and their disappearances. They tell you that the house needs life to sustain its own. It needs warmth. It needs you. You try to scream, but the sound is swallowed by the converging shadows. The darkness touches your feet, cold and heavy. You can feel it pulling you down, drawing you into the floor, into the walls. You are becoming another story, another secret, another whisper to be heard by the next person who dares to listen to the silence. The house is always listening, and it's always hungry. So next time you're alone, and you feel that prickle on your neck, when the hallway seems a little too long, and you hear that faint, inexplicable sound, don't listen. Don't get closer. Just run, because once the walls start whispering your name, it's already too late. You're already home forever.